Good morning, boys and girls. We're going to get started with our morning assembly. Can you believe it's already September 21st? We have 1 month of school already behind us. So we got 9 more months to go. So with that, let's start our morning assembly. We'll start with Munoz. He's going to lead us in the flag salute.
Okay, boys and girls, if you can please put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. I want to say that I'm very excited about this morning's presentation. This morning's presentation will be featuring a very special celebration, a very special observance, which is Hispanic Heritage Month. And Hispanic Heritage Month is observed in our country from September 15th to October 15th. Now, some of you might say, well, what does it mean to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month? Well, Hispanic Heritage Month is a time of the year when we celebrate the culture, the achievements and contributions of Hispanics and Latinos in the United States. So you might ask, well, who is a Hispanic or who is a Latino? Well, you might already have heard that if you have family who were born in Mexico or who were born in Latin America in places like El Salvador, Guatemala, Bolivia, Cuba, and even places like Puerto Rico, all of those countries, the people who come from those places are considered Hispanic or Latino. So we want to make sure that you learn about the different contributions that people from all these different places have brought into our country. And so I want you to watch this special video. So turn your volume up, and we are going to listen to this special presentation to learn a little bit more about Hispanic Heritage Month.
In the United States, September 15th through October 15th is Hispanic Heritage Month. It is a time to remember the cultures and contributions of Americans whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. Did you know there are about 54 million Hispanics and Latinos in the United States? That's a lot of people to celebrate. The idea to do so began as a week-long observance in 1968 under President Lyndon Johnson and was extended to a full month 20 years later in 1988 by President Ronald Reagan. September 15th is special because it is Independence Day for several Latin American countries, including Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Mexico celebrates their independence 1 day later, while Chile and Belize honor theirs on September 18th and September 21st. In the U.S., Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated with community festivals and educational events. Kids in school learn about famous people of Hispanic heritage, like Ellen Ochoa, the first Hispanic woman to become an astronaut, Nancy Lopez, one of the greatest women golfers to ever play the game, Mexican-American Cesar Chavez, who worked to improve conditions for farm workers, Severo Ochoa, a Spanish-American Nobel Prize winner in medicine, and Ileana Ross Lehtinen, the first Hispanic woman and first Cuban-American elected to the U.S. Congress. What famous person of Hispanic or Latino descent would you like to meet?
All right. And now Mrs. Munoz is going to talk to us about some very prominent Hispanic and Latino people who have contributed to our society.
All right, good morning, boys and girls. So throughout the month of September and October, like Mr. Martinez was mentioning, we call that Hispanic Heritage Month. You're going to be learning about different Hispanics, their accomplishments and their contributions. I'm going to share some of you might be familiar with, some you might not. The ones that you're not familiar with, this is your opportunity to do research and also to uncover more Hispanic accomplishments and contributions. So the first one we have is Roberto Clemente. He was the first Latin American and Caribbean player to be enshrined in the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And he played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Next, we have Sonia Sotomayor. She was the first U.S. Supreme Court Justice, and she's currently in office now. So I know a lot of you have seen her maybe in your benchmark unit. You're learning about this. So that's another person you might be interested in researching. Next, we have Judith Baka. So Judith Baka, the reason we chose her is because there's something special about her, especially in our own community. So Judith Baka she paints murals. She's known for her work throughout LA. She's actually attended CSUN, so she's local here to us in the San Fernando Valley. A lot of you might have passed by one of her murals and you didn't even know that it was painted by a Hispanic person. Raise your hand. Who has ever been near Grant High School? Because there's a huge mural. If we could go on to the next slide, Mr. Martinez. There's a huge mural painted alongside Grant High School. This mural is called the Great Wall of Los Angeles, and it basically tells the history of California. It was painted by Judith Baka, developer. She got a lot of people to come, and they collaborated, and this is one of the longest murals in the world. And guess what? It's in our own neighborhood. If you have the opportunity, go with your parents. You can walk down, what is that street? Coldwater, and you could look at the mural from beginning to end, and you learn about the history of California. And it was painted by a Chicana artist. So boys and girls, we hope that you've enjoyed our presentation. This will hopefully encourage you to do some more research and learn about more of the contributions by our Hispanic and Latino scientists, doctors, sports figures. There's a lot of people out there for you to research. So we encourage you to do so during the month of Hispanic Heritage. And now we'll take it on, we'll pass it over to Ms. Marcosian.
Boys and girls, I am excited to share that we will be celebrating some of our own stars, Kittridge stars, starting next week. We will be giving out 2 awards, one of them which will be new. The first award that will be issued to students will be our Student of the Month. Let's go ahead and see what a Student of the Month embodies. So some of the characteristics of a Student of the Month is someone who is hardworking and a problem solver. This is a person who can take care of their own issues. When they come across a problem, they try to find solutions. It's also someone who has good attendance. They show up to class on time every day, and they're ready to learn. The student is also motivated to learn. So they are eager, they are prepared, and they are participating in all of the learning activities. A Student of the Month is also someone who turns in assignments and on time. And they're also a role model to peers. Okay, what about our next award? What are the characteristics of a Star Student Award? A Star Student Award is someone who's hardworking, they have good attendance, they're motivated to learn, and they persevere. Even though there's challenges along the way, they don't give up. They persevere, and they are demonstrating improvement. So even though they may start off having some challenges, either in a learning area or through the remote learning, they don't give up. They are someone who will work hard to make improvements and accomplish their goals. So in addition to the Star Student Award and Student of the Month, at the end of the month, we will also be recognizing someone who embodies the character count pillars. So for August, September, our pillar was responsibility, right? So each teacher will be selecting a student who was able to demonstrate that they were responsible for August and September. And we will be recognizing 3 students from every classroom in October, our Star Student of the Month, our Star Student, and our Character Counts Awards starting in October. So we want to encourage all of you to keep working hard, to be role models for your peers, and focus on learning and persevering. And finally, I want to remind all of you that, that this Friday is our first Spirit Day, okay? Can you guess what day it's going to be? It's going to be Crazy Hair Day. And this is the time to go all out, because guess what? When you're Zooming with your class, The only thing we can see is your torso and up. So if you want to go crazy and with your crazy hair day and do something creative, go for it. Our crazy hair day will be Friday, September 25th. And finally, I want to remind all of you about Kittridge Tales, our school newsletter. I've received some articles already, but I want to remind you that Kittridge Tales is due next week. So go ahead and get your articles in. Go ahead and do your writing and drawing and submit it to me and see your name in a newsletter, okay? So remember our theme. Our theme is responsibility and digital citizenship. Perhaps you learned something new about being a good digital citizen this month and you want to write about it. Or you learned something about responsibility in the sports and you want to write an article about that. So go ahead and get your article, your piece in, and submit it to me by Friday. That's it for me.
Okay, boys and girls, I think we're done for today. Remember to go to school every day. And for you, going to school means you log in about 8:50, 8:55. You ready by 9 o'clock to learn with your teachers, and report cards are coming. So you got to do your work and go to school every day. The easiest thing you can do is have perfect attendance. Perfect attendance is logging into your Zoom or doing some work on every single day. The next holiday will be next Monday. So next Monday we will not have a morning assembly. I think it's Yom Kippur. We're doing an unassigned day, so no school next Monday. I'm sure you're all happy and cheering and jumping up and down right now. So again, like Ms. Markosian said, make Friday a crazy hair day, and then we'll see everyone next, I guess in October. Our next morning assembly with you will be in October. So can you believe September's flying by? All right, boys and girls, you have about 10-minute break? You have a 10-minute break to finish your breakfast. Breakfast in the home, not breakfast in the classroom. And about 9:15, log into your teacher's class. I keep looking at the clock. All right, anything else from anyone else? Have a good day. Make sure you wash your hands every day. Take care.
Bye-bye.